Hello! So what are you going to do next? Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit more, a little bit later on. Got a lot of topics to cover today. And luckily, we only have a couple of people to wish happy birthday to. So anyway, good morning everybody, happy Wednesday. Happy birthday to you, even if it's not your real birthday, but we do have five ladies, but one of them's a Sam, it's a boy, not a girl. Birthdays today, because this is the first day of the rest of your life. And every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate it every single day. Kind of butchered that first bit, didn't I? Never mind. Yeah, you've seen it enough times by now. You know what's going on here. But we want to celebrate their birthdays and your birthday by blowing out our imaginary cakes and our candle, and reducing our anxiety and overcoming our panic attacks, should we suffer from those. And actually this is really interesting. I was just watching a thing from Wim Hof yesterday, and he was talking about alkalizing your blood, and I thought, it's very interesting. So I went to look it up, and I found lots of little articles saying the same things basically, and even one of them particularly good, must link it actually in here, talking about all the things that I teach in my 7-day challenge and my 12-week workshop as well. So meditation, getting better sleep, breathing, we're going to do that in a second. All these good things are all good for balancing the pH in your blood, which is kind of cool. It also talks about how different parts of your body with different pHs and so forth. So for example, your stomach is acidic anyway, and it's supposed to be acidic, it's designed that way, so you don't want to alkalinize that, do you? Anyway, there you go. Kind of all this good stuff. See, I'm reading all this stuff all the time just so I can fill my mind with all this information, so that when you come on my 12-week program, you've got access to all this juicy, good stuff, information that I have researched and checked and so forth. So it's all good stuff. When you're ready, come and talk to me about living a life you love every single day. So that's what we do. Right, let's blow out the candles on our cake and wish ourselves a happy birthday. We're going to take 5 deep breath in, 5 through the nose, hold for 5. It's going to allow the oxygen to percolate into our bloodstream, which is going to help to remove the carbon dioxide, which is what allows it to alkalize, and then get that oxygen into the brain. Very cool, isn't it? How it all ties up with the stuff that I was teaching anyway. Fantastic. Deep breath in for 5, hold for 5, allow the oxygen to get into the bloodstream, and then blow out the candles and make a wish. Do a bit of positive thinking, positive affirmation, law of attraction if you like, all that kind of good stuff as you're doing that. So ready? Okay, clear your lungs out first, and then breathe in 5 through the nose. Hold for 5. And then blow out the candles on the cake while making a wish for the future. All the positive thoughts. Wish yourself a happy birthday. Wish these 5 people happy birthday, which I should have said their names before I did that. Sam, Sarah, Susie, Jayne and Jill. Several of them from Cheltenham area. And happy birthday to all of you people on this happy birthday, and including all of you whose not real birthdays it actually is, including particularly you, Sarah, and Jeff, who's just started watching as well. Fantastic. Happy birthday to all of you. So blow out your candles on your cakes, wish yourself a happy birthday, think some positive thoughts, make a wish for the future. Do it every day. Celebrate your day every day, because every day is your birthday. Anyway, so happy birthday to Sam Cook. Not sure how I know you, Sam. Sarah Johnson, I think you're a utility warehouse person from Cardiff, I think I saw that. Susie Mackey, the lovely Susie Mackey, when can I see you and give you another hug again, Susie? I miss you. Beautiful photographer, and a beautiful lady as well. Fantastic soul she has. Jayne Bott, I haven't seen you for absolutely ages. I noticed you're living in Tewkesbury now. Lovely to catch up for a coffee some point after COVID, of course. And the lovely Jill Chitty, who teaches people how to use LinkedIn better. I've known her for donkey's years, ex-actress, I think. Also another beautiful lady as well. Yes, gosh, well, there you go. Happy birthday to Susie and Jill on this day today. There you go. Anyway, let's not get a hap up about that. We've got lots of topics to cover today. Really good things, all of them. The Blinkist book of the day is all about spending time in nature and how you can learn from nature and how we can enjoy nature and how nature is helpful to us. Talks about breathing and talks about the phytoncides that I've talked about in the past coming from the trees that improve our immune system and stuff. It's just really good for us to get out into nature, take the breath, take the cool fresh air, enjoy nature, watching it, listen to the birds, all that kind of stuff. Which is what we do on Wednesday during our 7-day challenge is engage with nature. That's part of Wednesday's tasks on our 7-day challenge. So that's all really good. Definitely listen to the Blinkist book of the day today. It's fantastic. And then we've got several links in the description as well. Not the Lovability book today, but we've got a top 10 from Lewis Howes. I can't remember which bits of what I'm going to talk about comes from Lewis Howes' one, but he's got a couple of good things that he talks about in there, particularly about opening up and being open to and being honest, which I love completely, because, as you know, that's my biggest, highest thing. Love and honesty are right up there, the top of my, what do you call those things? Things. Ways of living, ways of thinking, ways of acting in life. There's a Will Smith, bit, which is fantastic. And at the end of that, it's got this thing called about fear, where he talks about jumping out of an aeroplane, doing a parachute jump. It's absolutely fantastic. I've also got a link in the notes as well, direct link to the video of him talking about that, which is really good. So findyourfire.co.uk/Will Smith fear. And he talks about how you have all this fear and all this stuff, and he had a really bad night's sleep, and he couldn't eat his breakfast, and the drive to the airport was terrifying and all this kind of stuff. And then he got to the airplane, and then he jumped, and he got to the edge of the point where he was going to jump out, and he jumps out, and he's like, ah, and then he's like, oh my god, this is beautiful. And then he realized that, because the phrase he used is, on the other side of fear is bliss. I don't think that's the actual words he used, but essentially that. And he talks about, why did I fear? Why did I ruin my night's sleep, and why did I ruin my breakfast, and why did I ruin the drive to the airport by being fearful of this thing that actually wasn't scary in the end? And all this fear going up to this future thing that I was worried about. And you've heard me talk about this before in the past, taking all this sort of things you've heard from the past, people negatives, your thoughts about falling, all these stories about falling out of an airplane and scariness and danger and all that kind of stuff you hear. And he was projecting that forward into this potential fear and potential problem, and not really thinking about the fact that he's going to be doing it with a bunch of professional people who've done it hundreds and hundreds of times, so that absolutely, really, the chances of dying are virtually zero, or any problems at all, really. It's like astronomical low levels. I was watching a great video yesterday with a 747 pilot. He does a whole YouTube channel, and he discusses things in movies where they do flight stuff, but he also talks about the reality of it as well. One of the things he was talking about is where's safest to sit on an aeroplane, on a 747, to avoid an accident. And he said the chances of having an accident and actually having to worry about what seat you're sitting in on an aeroplane is so astronomically small, it's ridiculous. So just stop worrying about it. It's so much more dangerous driving to the airport in a car, because you have so much little control over the other people on the road. Hello Manoj, happy birthday to you too, as always. It is ridiculous how dangerous driving is. You're driving to the airport, you're far more likely to die than you'll ever be in a commercial airline. They have 2 pilots, they have lots of tests, and it's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous how we got this fear of flying when there's completely no reason for it at all. Morning David as well, happy birthday to you too. So all this projected forward fear, which is ridiculous. And Evan Carmicheal talks about that a lot in his video as well. He's talking about how he spends virtually no time in the past and the future. He's like 80% of his time is in the present, virtually zero. Well, he says 0% on the past. I don't think that's entirely true. And then 15% on the future. So he doesn't really think about the future. He just kind of takes day by day. Talks about how the one thing you do on a daily basis is the most important thing, the thing you're doing right now, not the thing you're worried about in the future, not the thing you regret from the past. He talks about this regret and fear loop that we get stuck in a lot of time. Regret, fear, regret, fear, regret, fear. And we never actually enjoy the moment. We never enjoy getting out into nature and just enjoying where we are right now, celebrating our birthday, blowing out candles on our cake, and just loving being alive right now. We take all this stuff from the past that we can't do anything about, and we bring it into our past, into our current, and to our present, and then we project it forward and create that fear in the future. We bring that fear forward to the present, and we have this regret fear cycle going on in horribleness inside ourselves, which ruins our current present moment, and it's ridiculous. So we should live in the present more. One of the lines that came out of that was, future fear prevents current action as well. That's the other thing, is you're not doing the stuff now that you're worrying about because you're worried about what might happen in the future. Just enjoy the things. We talked about Epicureanism a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, enjoy the stuff you're doing now. Just be present. Do the things you need to do now to move forward, without worrying about what might happen if it goes wrong or some happens and problem. These failures you might have now are actually the building blocks to the future. They build it up and they build up and they become your success in the future. One of the videos said something like, battles are won on a micro level. It's individual fights. You think about a war, and it's individual fights, but they're all working together. They all got a common goal. They're all heading in direction. They're all trying to achieve a certain outcome. And all those battles build up to win a war. Now, I'm not condoning war or battles and so forth, but you know how the psychology of all that works. Morning, Sam. Happy birthday to you, mate. Hope you're having a lovely day so far. So these are all these little battles that grow up to build and create the future that you're going to have. So these little tiny things you're doing now will build up to create the future that you want in the future. So kind of thing. So avoid this regret fear loop in the current present. How you can do that is by catching your thoughts and just recognizing these thoughts. So these become the little battles. It's like, oh, I thought negatively there. I thought about the past too much right there. Let's stop that. Let's just do something else. Let's think about something more positive. Let's enjoy the moment more. Let's go out into nature. Let's stop worrying about the past, things we can't change, we can't do anything about. Let's be more in the present. Take action. We talked before about setting yourself little tiny goals that you can achieve, that you can then prove to yourself that you can achieve it. And then I think this is something that Will said, which was, self-discipline leads to self-confidence, which then creates self-love. And I like that. That works really well. So it's self-discipline is setting yourself a little goal, achieving that little goal, setting yourself a little goal, achieving that little goal. Self-discipline helps you to achieve the goals. You say, I'm going to do something, then I achieve it, and then I do it. That achieving that goal then allows you to trust yourself, to confide in yourself. Self-confidence builds your self-confidence, helps your self-confidence grow. And then you can start to love yourself, because then you can start to love yourself for achieving all the goals that you've done and having all the fun that you've had and enjoying the present moment. You can start to love your life again. And that's what I'm teaching in my 7-day course. 21st of March, by the way, we decided to set the date for the next one. If you're ready for that, let me know. Yes, good, cool. 21st of March, going to do that. Which is why you do this, preventing yourself from being depressed by taking these tiny little steps, these little movements forward, these little tiny micro steps, little tiny macro battles, catching your thoughts, rethinking them, changing these things, and eventually that builds up into more and more. It becomes a snowball effect. You know the snowball effect, it rolls down the hill and becomes a big snowball down the hill, and it just moves you forward and more forward and forward. And I'm going to finish with and actually the other thing that somebody said was practice is controlled failure, and so that's why you test yourself, and like when you're lifting weights, right? You lift weights until you can't lift weights anymore, and what that's doing is it's pushing your body to a point where and then it repairs itself, but it repairs itself and says, but I need to work harder next time. I need to build some muscles so that next time I can lift those weights a bit more. And then that's what happens is those weights become, you can lift more and more weights, but with more and more practice, tiny practice on a regular basis to move yourself forward. Hello, Samantha. Happy birthday to you too, because every day is your birthday. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Isn't it lovely to be alive today? And I'm going to finish with a quote from Will Smith's grandma, which she is in the description. And you'll hear him talking about that story about his grandma in the link in the description where it says Will Smith's thing, not the Will Smith fear thing, the other one. Although, whatever. Watch both of them; they're all good. But he basically tells the story. He used to go to church with his grandma, and his grandma was always smiling. And he asked his grandma, "Why are you always smiling?" And she said, "Because I'm going to make everything I touch better." And so that makes her happy. That makes her smile. She says, I know I'm going to touch something. And that's what I'm doing here, right now. I know that although I'm not physically touching you, I am touching you with my words and touching you with my thoughts, with my love, my feelings. All this love that's coming in here. I think it's probably Manoj who does this a lot. He loves the love. I love it. And I love the love as well. And he always does this little happy birthday thing. It's fantastic. Happy birthday, everybody. I love your enthusiasm, Manoj. I can't wait to come and see you in Tibet, of all places. Fantastic. I've always wanted to go to Tibet as well. It's amazing. Can't wait. It's been one of my bucket lists, actually. We'll walk into base camp of Everest, but I probably won't actually do that. That's one for the future, maybe another day. Cool. Right, that's all from me. Take care, everybody. Remember, win your little battles, set yourself little goals, build your confidence, and take into the world Will Smith's quote, I'm going to make everything I touch better. I'm going to make people smile today. That's all you can do. It's one of the things I learnt when I was learning about how to be better with women. If you can make them smile and walk away with no agenda, you're winning. Obviously, if you get your number, even better. If you get a date, even better still. But there you go. The key thing was make them smile and you walk away without any agenda, and you've made the world a better place by making that person smile. There you go. That's all my time. Anyway, love to you all. Have a lovely day. Take care, everyone. Spread the love out into the world. Take care. Bye.